Hello, my fellow readers. I Dark Symphony 777 with another fanfiction review. As always, a link to the story will be in the description below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on that bell for notifications, and leave a comment in the comment section below on your thoughts of the story. As of right now, I have a massive backlog of like 20-something stories that I need to read and review. So, as of right now, I'm putting a hold on any new suggestions for fanfiction reviews. I will still take suggestions on short stories so I can do readings on them, but until I get like at least some of my backlog cleared, I'm gonna have to at least put a tenfold on reviews, on new suggestions for reviews. So, I bet you're wondering why I did the quotation marks when I said review. That's mainly because this story is not exactly... The story is kind of different. This video is going to be kind of different. Mainly because... where is it? Where was the story? There it is. Usually, when I do a review for a fanfiction or when I do a reading, I always make sure the story is completed. Here's the thing. This story is not completed. The reason why is because the author... Ladyarmester. The story specifically is called The Legend of Zelda Ruto's Destiny. The author, Ladyarmester, actually personally asked me if I can literally just rip this story to shreds. Like, this is not even going to be a review. This is just going to be me roasting the shit out of this story. Because I was specifically asked, hey, can you read this? Can you roast the shit out of this story? You probably don't know who Ladyarmester is. Ladyarmester was basically a Legend of Zelda author who stopped writing fanfiction, but then came back under a different alias. Now she's known as Ladyarmester, as in the person who wrote Melancholy and the person who's currently writing Nightfall. She specifically asked me to literally just do a video on the story, just completely just trashing it. That's basically what she wants me to do. I even asked her, it's like, you're telling me to MS3K that story. She goes, yeah, just tear it, just rip it apart. So I thought, oh, alright, okay, ole, Mountain Dew egg. I'm thirsty. I'll drink this when I'm done. But yeah, this is not even going to be a review more so than just me just ripping the shit out of everything the story does. I will say my real thoughts at the end. I just want to get the stupid thing out of the way. So, what is this story about? Well, it stars Fishy Fish Princess that everyone hates, Ruto, because she's not Naboro, she's not Malin, she's not Saria, she's not Zelda, she's definitely not Impa. Oh boy, Naboro. I'll take the... Just give me the... If you want which princess that I want, just give me Naboro. She's still a little butthurt over not getting Link's hand in marriage, because this is Ocarina of Time era, because, good God, the Legend of Zelda timeline is just so fucking weird, with the reincarnation and everything. Yeah, she's upset that, Link didn't go, I want you to marry me. No! And left her high and dry. And she's like pissed. And her father's like, I'm gonna make you marry this guy. He's a Zora who's an expert diver. She goes, no. Said you're gonna do it. It's like, okay. Alright. And so, like, this Ruto, aka not Naboro, gets married to this diver named Misu, and they hang out on an island. They're like, hey, it's like, oh, it's the honeymoon. Now we got a mate. It's like, I have a feeling you don't want a mate. It's like, yeah, I don't want a mate. It's like, meh. And then all of a sudden, this huge creature from the Paleozoic era rose out of the water. It had a big snake head, some fins, and it was asking for 350. It was asked for 350. They said, we don't have Tree Fitty. And he goes, okay, fine, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill all you people, and then I'm gonna ask the princess for Tree Fitty. And then it's like, and then he goes back under the water. It's like, oh no, there's a serpent in the water. It's like, but it's gonna eat all our fish. I'm pretty sure it's gonna ask for Tree Fitty. So it's gonna ask for Tree Fitty, and then it's gonna kill us all. So they go back to their place. They ask the king, the king goes, oh yes, the water serpent. That thing has been asking for Tree Fitty for hundreds upon hundreds of years. What happens if it doesn't get Tree Fitty? It eats everything around it. But the only thing that can harm it is a magical trident that went missing. How did it go missing? I don't know. Some Zora lost it in a water game with in a poker game. With who? I don't know, some flamboyant guy. He called himself Gary or something like that. I don't know. and then it's like, okay, we gotta find out where this trident goes. And so they go. So Ruto's husband goes and just swims. Like, but you're gonna get caught, and asks for Tree Fitty. Said, quick, people, give me Tree Fitty to protect me. So he swims, he starts looking around. Ruto gets nervous. She sees, the serpent going to attack him, annoying him for his Tree Fitty. And he's like, okay, fine, I got Tree Fitty. He said, I want more Tree Fitty. It's like, you're gonna give me 10 installments of Tree Fitty. Why do you want 10 installments? Because I want a box of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Misu said no. The serpent gets triggered and attacks him. Ruto gets nervous, distracts while Misu's like swimming circles around the serpent. Ruto distracts him. Serpent fires off a sonar wave, knocking him out, and then drags him into his lair. Ruto's like, oh no, I was a coward. I got him hurt, but the serpent's not eating him. What's he gonna do? Maybe taxes. So Ruto swims into the serpent's lair, fights a lot of things, finds the trident, and then fights the serpent. It's like, I did it! It's like, now everyone will have to suffer Tree Fitty again. And taxes! All the taxes can be gone. And so they go back home. And Ruto is giving a big feast for beating the serpent. Ruto runs into Link, and he's like, super edgelord. He's like, hey. Ruto's like, hey. And it's like, how you doing? Do you want to come join me for the feast? I'm pretty sure none of the Zoras really recognize you. And then they go back. Misu runs into Link and said, that's the man you said you had a crush on. I said, I don't love him anymore. It's Link. He has a harem. And I said, no, he doesn't. And then Misu literally opens the curtain there, and there is like freaking Malin in a bikini. It's like, got milk? And then he closes like, He gets all, this is Ocarina of Time, like, he gets all the bitches. So anyway, they kind of took an argument. There's this guy named Vale who shows up. It's like, you may be the swimming guy, but I wanted Ruto too. And it's like, no, I wanted Ruto. No, I wanted Ruto. Do you know why Ruto is awesome? All I know is everyone else in the fan base hates her. Except for me. And then they get into a fist fight, and Vale, in a show of flexing, decides to literally sit on Misu underwater while his homies are like going terminal montage with slaps and just holding him. It's like, oh. But Link saves the day. It's like, I'm gonna come. So I'm about to whoop somebody's ass. And then all the means that the bully Zoros run away. Misu's like, I know how much you want to get into Ruto's pants. And Link's like, you don't have pants. And then Misu's like, damn, you're right. Like, you want to get into her fins. Fuck no, I got Malin. So what makes this Malin person? Have you seen her ass? Have you seen that gigantic ass of hers? this is Kid Malin we're talking about, right? No, Adult Malin. Ah, yes, to the fine ass. And then there's some and then, Misu's like, I'm still not gonna let you touch Ruto. It's like, alright. It's like, I'm gonna get mad. And runs away. Then they're shaking, and then the serpent comes back. But it's not a serpent anymore. Now it's a dragon. It stops being a freaking lizard, and then it turns into a dragon using Yu-Gi-Oh logic. It's like, I play the spell card Metamorphosis to turn into a dragon. I go from, I know there's like a serpent, I go from regular Daedalus to freaking Lightsworn Daedalus. No, wait. I go from Daedalus to Yangzing sort of logic. But then again, like, and Link and Ruto, they're like, we're gonna fight him, and then it's like, I have the sword. It's like and the Master Sword cannot pierce the arm. It's like, oh no, I can't beat the sword. Oh no, the serpent's gonna kick my ass. It's like, scared, I'm a dragon, and it crushes Link. Ruto's like, hey, I still kicked your ass. It's like, and then PTSD. In PTSD, Ruto-inspired Vietnam flashbacks intensify. It's like, I'm gonna kill you. It's like, nah. It's like, and then she spanks her butt, and it's like, haha, can't get me. It's like, alright, I'm coming after you. and then the serpent, and then the lizard goes after Ruto. Ruto spins around it, gets Link, takes her to her room, puts Link in her bed. And he's like, oh no, he's gonna drown. Administer Zora CPR, and sucks space with him, and then gives him air, and then they go out. Misu, she's like, you were having sex. It's like, no, she was trying to save me. Why was she stuck in your face? Bro, have you not heard of CPR? And then they leave, and then they like look around, see if the lizard's there, and then they leave. And that's where technically the story ends, because the story is supposed to be completed. Oh, and also there was like 2 extra chapters that kind of like divergent thing where Link kills Vale, and then Ruto falls in love with Link. Guessing, but those chapters don't matter because they're not canon. So yeah, I spent nearly 13 minutes shitting on a story. I hope you're happy. I sincerely hope you're happy, Ariel. I sincerely hope you're happy. But real talk, real talk. Just a quick little aside. I did like the idea. I did like the character. Everything really about the story is actually really good. I actually would love to see Ladyarmester, when she's done with Nightfall, actually come back and redo this story, because I think this story actually has, real talk, a lot of potential to actually be a good story, because the story is actually decent. Like, if you just ignore the bad writing, because that's really the only thing wrong with it. It's actually not a bad idea, not a bad character, it's not bad pacing, not bad anything except for the writing. So I would love to see Ladyarmester come back to the story and rewrite it in her current writing style, just to see how it would play out. Like, it wouldn't have to be the entire story. Just redo the first couple chapters, make it one long chapter of, like, I don't know, everything. Don't take anything I said before this little ending. Seriously, I was asked to rip the story apart. That's what you got. Because why else would a gigantic 20-foot long lizard ask for Tree Fitty? Unless you're Chef's parents. So this has been Dark Symphony 777, and cut.